HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
And by Webster First Federal Credit Union, providing financial products with attentive customer service to the local families and businesses of Hopkinton. Visit us at websterfirst.com. Welcome to HCAM News. Tom Nappy at the anchor desk to fill you in with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. On this edition of HCAM News, we'll introduce you to the captains of the Hopkinton Hillers Boys Cross Country team. Weston Nurseries talks about a huge event they have coming up to benefit the Jimmy Fund, and the Hopkinton Education Foundation hosted their annual golf ball drop. But first, here are some happenings in town you should know about. Students, volunteers, and some staff, as well as community members, gathered at a Hopkins Elementary School to watch one of the rarest natural wonders, the solar eclipse. For the first time in many years throughout the United States, our country got a look at a solar eclipse. In some parts of the country, onlookers got to view a total eclipse, while for most in New England, it was a almost total eclipse. Students participated in eclipse-related activities, and despite school not being in session yet, the student turnout was very good.
We have over 100 students. These are students that were 4th and 5th graders last year. So class of 2024 and class of 2025 at Hopkinton High School are here today enjoying our eclipse viewing party. So we have a couple of very dedicated teachers. Jen Jordan, who's a 5th grade teacher, Jill Kaufman, another 5th grade teacher, and Valerie LaChance, who's a high school teacher, as well as Stephanie Doty, who's our tech integration specialist. And they put this entire event together, complete with nail painting with UV paint. We've got solar photo paper, pinhole cameras. So students are doing all sorts of activities related to the solar eclipse, and then coming out, and we will be enjoying the eclipse with these safe glasses for viewing in a little bit. So we're getting close to the full that we will see here. As you can see, we're not getting the totality here, but it's still a fun day.
On September 9th at 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., Weston Nurseries will be hosting their Blooms, Brews, and Barbecue event. The event will feature various food and drink vendors, as well as local bands playing throughout the day. All proceeds will be donated towards the Jimmy Fund Walk. Peter Mezet and Annie Stewart of Weston Nurseries told us all about the upcoming event. On Saturday, September 9th from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Weston Nurseries is hosting their first annual Blooms, Brews, and Barbecue. The event will take place right at Weston Nurseries, and the proceeds are being used to benefit the Jimmy Fund Walk.
On September 9th, we'll be hosting our first annual, inaugural, whatever you want to call it, Blooms, Brews, and Barbecue event. So it's on Sunday, September 9th from 11 to 7. It's a fundraiser for the Jimmy Fund Walk. We have a Jimmy Fund Walk team which walks the Jimmy Fund Walk on September 24th, which is 2 Sundays after this event. So we're trying to host this event to raise more money for that, plus recruit more walkers. If people want to walk, they can walk 3 miles, 5 miles, 13 miles, or the whole darn thing, which is 26.2 from Hopkinton to Boston.
It's a long walk, but it's a fun walk.
So far we have 14, and we want to get up to 25. So we have a few more people we know are going to sign up, but we're still looking to recruit walkers. The event has 5 breweries. You've got Startline, Wormtown,
Jack's Abbey, Barrel House Z, and Brick and Feather, which are all excellent micro craft brews here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and then the barbecue offerings will be the Smokehouse.
We got BT
Cambridge.
Smokehouse. We have the Smoke Shop Barbecue, which is, I believe, out of Cambridge. We're going to have Meat at Slim's, which is Steve Eastman's team. And then we're going to have our own Snappy Dogs doing a special as well.
Right. They'll have some special pork-flavored hot dogs or something like that. But it's a barbecue, so you can have just, pulled pork, pork sandwiches. I'm sure there's going to be macaroni and cheese and pork, everything good.
Oh, yeah.
That's all a la carte. There's a $10 admission to get in. All the net proceeds go to the Jimmy Fund. We don't make a dime, so we want to get as many people here as possible. The proceeds help out, but also the beer tickets help out too, to help offset our costs. We're going to have a stage set up behind us here with 4 or 5 bands throughout the day, each playing for about an hour and a half. And we have parking. We just found out for over 300 people, so we have plenty of spots for everybody.
Plenty of space for friends in the community, which will be really great for us. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I understand you've been doing the Jimmy Fund Walk for quite a while now. Can you talk about your history with the Jimmy Fund Walk and what got you involved in doing this walk?
Well, everybody knows somebody who has struggled with cancer, patients who've needed help, families that have needed help along the way. And the Jimmy Fund is such a well-run organization. This walk is their second biggest fundraiser next to the Pan Mass Challenge. Last year they raised over $9 million, and just about all of it goes to help the patients or contributes to research. So we've always felt it was a good thing. My wife's done it for about 15 years. I've done it for about 10. My muscles have memory now. They know how to do it. I can walk to Boston and not be as sore anymore, but it's a task to walk that far. So all the walkers have to raise a minimum of $300. That's part of the deal for signing up. But typically we can see our walkers raise a lot more than that, and it all contributes to the great cause.
There will be local bands, great food, as well as a number of beers and ciders available to try. Admission for the event is $10 at the gate, and an additional $5 to sample the available beers and ciders.
Oh, kids are welcome, of course. Under 12 gets in free, and we welcome well-behaved pets as well. People have asked about that too.
Right. If you're 21 and older, you will get a wristband, and we'll make sure
you're 21.
We'll make sure you're 21, and it's all going to be carefully monitored so that nobody gets out of control. But we want people to have a lot of fun. We'll have police detail to help park the cars. And we'll have our own staff here with probably orange vests on to direct people on where to park. So we hope to make it real easy to get you in and out of here.
All right. And lastly, if someone did want to get involved with the Jimmy Fund Walk or participate, how would they go about doing so?
So on our website, we have on our events page, Amy?
On our events page, there's a couple of links throughout our website. If you go to our About section, there is a link that says the Jimmy Fund, and from there you can join our team, you can donate directly to our team, and you can find out more about joining our team.
As a walker.
As a walker, yep.
So all of it links to our walk team homepage, and that's where you would sign up.
All ages are welcome to the event, and in addition to the beer samples, there will also be non-alcoholic beverages available.
So the other thing I want to mention, Tom, is the Live for Evan 5K road race is it starts at 9 o'clock that morning, and our event starts at 11. So we're hoping to tie in to the Live for Evan event as a sponsor. We are a sponsor, to be kind of the after-race sponsor. We hope people will come down from that event to this one, and we'll have water here. We'll have non-alcoholic refreshments as well. They'll need that after the run.
Yeah.
But to come down and enjoy themselves for the rest of the day for a good cause.
All right. So could you talk about how much you've raised so far? And I understand you have a goal for this year as well to get that amount up.
Yep, we've over the last 6 years, actually we were just presented one of those big checks from the Jimmy Fund for I think $64,500. That's what we've raised over the last 6 years with our walk team. We want to see that come up to $90,000 this year by raising $25,000 additional this year. Until this year, we didn't have a big event like this to promote the fact that we walk it and promote people joining the walk team and contributing. So that's the purpose of this event, is to get a lot more people involved.
For additional information, you can head over to hcam.tv as well as westonnurseries.com. Coming up next on HCAM News, we'll give you a glimpse at this year's Hillers Boys Cross Country team. We have scenes from the annual Hopkinton Education Foundation golf ball drop, and Matt Clark will fill you in with the latest HCAM programming with our HCAM Insider. You're locked into HCAM News. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Golden Pond Assisted Living, honoring resident choice, dignity, and independence. Our health and wellness focus keeps residents active. Golden Pond, state-of-the-art senior housing and healthcare services. Are you involved with a group in the Hopkinton community? HCAM can help you get the word out. Get online and head over to hcam.tv/community groups to find out more. We will help get word out about what your organization has going on through a number of ways, including through our TV stations, social media pages, and YouTube page. We have a number of other ways we are working to get word out about our member community organizations, such as digital screen promotion, and we can even help your nonprofit organization produce a professional video. Find out more right now at hcam.tv/community groups.
Hi, my name is Margie Wiggin, and I want to invite you to join me for my new show, Character Matters on HCAM. We're going to talk about why do people choose the behavior that they choose? Why do they choose to be good? We're going to hear from people in history, we're going to hear from local heroes who make great choices, and we're going to hear from some puppets who talk about things they've seen, and they're going to say, "What? Did you see that?" "Yes, I did." Please join us.
Welcome back to HCAM News. Head coach Jennifer Fairbanks is back on the practice field with the boys cross country team for her 11th season as head coach, and she's getting the team ready for the 2017-2018 season. This past week, I went down to the practice and caught up with the coach and this year's captains. Hopkinton boys cross country is getting ready for the season, and this year's squad is led by 4 motivated captains.
Young Wang, and I'm a junior.
Ian Holmes, I'm going to be a senior.
I'm Brendan Cochio, and I'm going to be a senior.
And I'm Jack Dion, and I'm going to be a senior.
Head coach Jennifer Fairbanks is entering her 11th season at the helm and is enjoying working with an experienced Hillers team featuring many familiar faces from last season.
We're good. We're good with numbers as we usually do. We have 53 boys signed up. We have about 10 new freshmen, so we'll see how they come into the group. We didn't graduate too many of our top 10, so they are returning, which is very exciting. And we have a good number of really strong sophomores that I look forward to seeing how they're going to run this year.
For the first few practices, they've had some great weather.
We've been lucky to have some great weather so far. Our coolest weather ever, which makes it great for running. We also were able to get one of our first meet bumped to the end, so we've got a good 3 weeks to practice. So we're going to continue building on the base that they've hopefully been running over the summer, get some road mileage in, and then we'll start building in the speed to get ready for the meets themselves.
I asked the captains about their background with cross country and some of their goals for this season.
So I started cross country in 8th grade. I wasn't really much of a distance runner, but I'd give it a try, and turns out I had some potential, so I worked at it and I trained every summer, and since then I've been running cross country.
Yeah, I actually only joined the team last year, but I've always been a runner. My mom and sister run marathons every other year, so they always take me out, drag me out on their long runs and everything, so I've always, since a kid, been running. But last year, didn't have a sport to do in the fall, and I decided that cross country was really a good place to get back into running and do it consistently and meet some new people, and I really enjoyed it, and it's been a good time.
So this is my 2nd year in cross country. I joined my junior year, and before that I was originally a football player, but head injuries caused me to stop playing, and I had to find a different sport in the fall. So last year I tried cross country, and I absolutely loved it. I loved running, I loved just being on the team and doing all the activities. And I just really got into it, started running a lot more in the off season, and making friends with a lot of people on the team, and got more involved. And then going into this year, I've just been working really hard, trying to be a leader and stay healthy throughout the season.
Yeah, so I've always been a runner. My dad got me into the sport when I was around 10. He gave me $50 if I could stick to a 8-week running program. So I did that, and I just kept going with it and running more and more, ramping up my miles. So I started in 8th grade on the team and started doing their 5Ks and the town 5Ks, and then all through high school. So this will be my final year. But it's a great team, great sport. I really like it.
All right, and what are some of the things that you're working on to get ready for the season right now?
This season, I think I've just been building my base, building up the mileage for the summer. I'm not really thinking about going too fast, just more how many miles can I run in a week and have that base to start the season with.
All right, and do you have any goals for the season?
I want to get a 17:35K. That's my goal.
Just staying healthy, getting stronger, making sure that you can last the whole season, because it's about 2 months and it's the schedule's pretty vigorous. So you want to make sure that you're icing and you're stretching. You're making sure that you as Young said, have a good base to really hit the ground running and not fall behind in the early days. So that's really kind of the goal that you set early on. But I guess an individual goal for me is trying to get under a 19-minute 5K by the end of the season. And that's something that I'm going to achieve. And if I get that, maybe set the bar even higher. So I'm looking forward to working towards that.
Yeah, my goal is to break 19 minutes on the home course and to stay healthy throughout the year. It's a long season. It's hard to stay healthy, and yeah, I think that would be a good goal.
My goal for the season, I would love to see my senior year the team win the TVL title. So that's my goal.
Don't forget, you'll be able to catch Hopkinton Hiller's fall sports updates on our website, hcam.tv, throughout the season. The Hopkinton Education Foundation works tirelessly to raise funds towards Hopkinton school programs. One of their most beloved fundraisers is the annual golf ball drop. For those of you who are wondering what the golf ball drop is all about, here's a look at this year's event. The Hopkinton Education Foundation hosted their annual golf ball drop event. Elizabeth Gormley of the Hopkinton Education Foundation talked with HCAM News about the event.
So I am a board member of the Hopkinton Education Foundation. I'm also the school liaison for Elmwood and on the grants committee, and I chair the golf ball drop.
All right, can you talk about what's going on here today?
Sure. So every year we partner with Remax Realty and Consigli, and they both donate the hot air balloon, and Consigli as a backup donates a lift, so in case it's too windy. And so what we've done is we have sold golf balls that are all numbered 1 through 1,000, and all the proceeds go to the public schools of Hopkinton. And what we'll do today is we will go up in the tethered hot air balloon and drop all 1,000 golf balls, and whoever lands either in the hole or closest to the hole will win $1,000. The furthest from the hole will win $100.
Can you talk about some of the things that this will help out with the schools?
Sure. So the Hopkinton Education Foundation's mission is to provide innovation within the schools through certain grants. And so for over 20 years, we have provided so many wonderful grants to all of the schools, from center school all the way to the high school. Those grants, some of them maybe last year we refurbished the high school library to make it more of an interactive meeting place for students. At Elmwood, we have the kiln in which we funded. Upcoming ones that we've just awarded for this coming school year is There's a science. We're bringing real scientists into Elmwood to teach science lessons to third graders, which is super exciting, and many others. So all of the money that we raise throughout the year goes to a lot of these programs and innovations that we make at the schools to further our students' learning.
That's it, Peter. Come all the way back to the back.
So the winner of the closest ball is number 665, and that is Anne Michelle Dragsback. Is she here? Probably not. And the $100 winner is Amanda Spinelli.
After the golf ball drop, attendees of the event had the opportunity for a hot air balloon ride. A whole lot of programming is coming up on the HCAM channels. Standing by to tell you all about it is HCAM's promotions coordinator, Matt Clark.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the HCAM Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and here's what's happening this week on HCAM. On Tuesday, September 5th at 8 p.m., Mike Tarosian digs deep into the HCAM archives to bring you our old but gold programs from years past in From the Vault. On Wednesday, September 6th at 6:30 p.m., the Hillers girls volleyball team takes on the Medfield Warriors in the first game of the fall 2017 volleyball season, live on HCAM Ed. At 7 p.m., Margie and Jen talk local and national happenings and invite you to join the conversation on a new episode of The Jen and Margie Show, live on HCAM TV. And at 8 p.m., Mary Arnott introduces us to the Board of Health's new health director, Sean McAuliffe, on a new episode of All About Hopkinton. On Thursday, September 7th at 7 p.m., the Hopkinton School Committee meeting will air live on HCAM TV. And also on HCAM Ed, the Hopkins School Eclipse viewing event will air. If you want to know more about all of HCAM shows before they air, then head over to hcam.tv/connect, where you can sign up for our HCAM Insider newsletter. Or if you want to know more about what's happening in Hopkinton, you can sign up for our daily news updates. That's all for this week's Insider. I'm Matt Clark, and as always, thanks for watching. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, Matt. That will just about do it for this edition of HCAM News. Don't forget you can stay up to date with everything Hopkinton by checking out our website hcam.tv, as well as our Twitter and Facebook page. Right now on our website, hcam.tv, you can view information about a couple local upcoming events and also the latest update regarding the restoration and renovation of the Hopkinton Public Library. If you have a Hopkinton-related video, photo, or story idea, I want to hear from you. Email me at news@hcam.tv. With your help, we'll cover even more of our community. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We leave you now with the current community listings and upcoming government meetings. We would like to welcome all the students back to school, and as always, thanks for watching HCAM. HCAM is supported by our viewers and by Blackstone Valley Wealth Management, providing highly personalized financial planning, wealth management, and customized solutions through transparent, unbiased advice. Visit us at blackstonevalleywealth.com.